After a quick review on what decision science is, here we want to make our class more practical by doing an example in this field. When I'm doing the example, to avoid prolonging the video, I don't wait for you to answer. So just at the times I'm asking you question, you can pause the video and take your time in answering that. Or when you need to catch up with the presentation, just stop it or restart it, listening and following it again. Decision science problems usually seems complicated in appearance, not necessarily in details. So the first step when you want to do a problem with decision science, first you need to make sure you have understood the problem very well. Why? For example, you want to program that problem with a computer to get the results. Of course, you need to have a good understanding of the problem to be able to transfer your understanding to computer. So always take your time to understand the problem well. And this is our first challenge. Okay. Par Incorporated is a small manufacturer of golf equipment and supplies whose management has decided to move into the market for medium and high priced golf bags. So far it didn't give us any special information. It is just trying to introduce the context of the problem. So try not to involve your mind with everything that you see on the problem. So far, we didn't get anything. Par Incorporated distributor has agreed to buy all the golf bags Par Incorporated produces over the next 3 months. Okay. Each golf bag produced will require the following operations. We have here 4 operations: cutting and dyeing the material, sewing, finishing, and the last one is inspection and packaging. Please always, when you want to do a problem through mathematical modeling, through decision science, take your time. Be very patient with yourself to understand the problem fully. For example, now if I ask you about the problem, what would you tell me? Okay, you would say there is a company that wants to produce 2 category of golf bags, as you can see here, medium and high price golf bags. Okay, and to produce these 2 kinds of bags, 4 processes are necessary. That's all the information we have got so far. This production information is summarized in this table. We started. In the department of cutting and dyeing, each standard bag needs 7/10 hours and each deluxe bag needs 1 hour. So, for example, one thing that we noticed here, deluxe bags need more time in the cutting and dyeing section. The same with the other departments, as you can see, for sewing, finishing, and inspection and packaging. It tells you how much time you need to do each of these processes on an item. Okay? So we got some information, so we got more information about the problem that we have. We want to produce 2 kinds of bags, medium and high priced, and to produce them we need 4 processes. and each processes takes a specific amount of time. Because if you remember, there was mention of 3 months. Par Incorporated's production is constrained by a limited number of hours available in each department. Again, we are getting more information. So there is no capital or money or financial limitation here. Here, it is time limitations. It says the director of manufacturing estimates that we only have 630 hours for cutting and dyeing, 600 hours for sewing, 708 hours for finishing, and 135 hours for inspection and packaging. For example, if now I ask you, can we produce 1,000 deluxe bags? We come here and we check each deluxe bags, for example, for cutting and dyeing process takes 1 hour for each deluxe bag. So if we want to produce 1,000 deluxe bags, we need to have at least 1,000 hours available with cutting and dyeing. How much time do we have here? For the cutting and dyeing, only 630 hours, so we cannot do it. If I ask you, what is the maximum number of deluxe bags that we can produce according to cutting and dyeing section? You come and see here, we have 630 hours totally. And here, each one takes 1. So we can produce 630 30 deluxe bags according to cutting and dyeing. But remember, there are also other sections that we need to consider, and also there is another category of bags that need to be considered. So you see, the problem is not easy to handle. That's the reason we seek help from management science, from decision science. That today we are doing the first session. And I promise you, if you are interested in the field, you will learn so many things in this field. So many helpful things in this field. Okay, so again, let's review it together. We have a factory, we have a manufacturer. It wants to produce 2 kind of product, and each product has 4 processes to complete, and we have limited amount of time. We are constrained in terms of time availability, and also we have the specific amount of time available. The last paragraph here says the accounting department analyzed the production data and arrived at prices for both bags that will result in profit contribution of $10 for every standard bag and $9 for every deluxe bag produced. Now it is all the problem that we have here. Why they are trying to do it through management science? Because they are confused. They cannot come to the best decision on their own. Now they have come to you and they ask you to give them the best answer. Okay, again, they consider that things. If you need more time to review the problem and to check some details, feel free to do that. The reason I don't stop, I just I don't want to prolong the presentation and make it bigger for nothing. And I'm not going to repeat this every time. It is just the first session. I'm telling you about the format of this class. I continue continuously, but you stop, check, replay, post questions, and like that we can maximize the productivity of our class. So if now you think you are completely over the problem, you should be able to answer this question, these three questions that you see here. These three questions that you see here are the questions that you need to answer for any mathematical modeling problem that you are doing, for any management science problem that you are doing. You can copy and paste this question for every question, that every challenge that you are doing in this field. Let's go for the first question. What is their goal from applying decision science? Whose goal? The management team. Why they are asking you to help them with the problem? What is their goal? What is the things that they want to achieve that put them in the difficulty of getting the best answer? What is the best answer for them? What does the best answer do for them? The best answer is the one that can maximize their profit. They are doing all these things to get the best answer. What is the best answer? The best answer is the answer that maximizes the profit. There is no better answer with all the details that you know about this problem. Let's go for the second question. What do they expect from the model to tell them? Okay, they want the model to maximize their profit. But how? You should tell them, the model should tell them to maximize the profit. How the profit is maximized, how they are telling them, what is the way they approach, they get the manufacturer to that maximized profit. The answer is this. I'll show it to you. They expect the model to tell them how many standard bags and how many deluxe bags should be produced. For example, they said that you need to produce 10 standard bags and 20 deluxe bags to maximize your profit. And the last question, what are their limitations in decision making? It's very easy to understand about about the limitations, because we already know about the limitations. They have only 630 hours of cutting and dyeing, 600 hours for sewing, and 708 hours for finishing, and 135 hours for inspection. For any problem, you should be able to answer this question before we proceed to more mathematical language. First, you need to understand it from the managerial point of view to be able to say that what's your goal? What do you want to achieve? Here it is, maximizing the profit. How do you want us to tell you how to maximize? The manager, the manufacturer tells you, tell me how many standard bag I need to produce and how many deluxe bag I need to produce. And about the limitations, it says that we have these amounts of availability for time. Thank you.